guys, welcome back. Today we have kind of a different class because we're getting closer to the end of the year, of the school year. We have just 4 more weeks, and especially in year 6, a lot of exciting things happen at the end of the year. Unfortunately, you know that this year most of those special activities have been cancelled because we cannot be in school. But we're gonna try to do something different in line with what we had to do this week. So I'm gonna show you. You're not gonna have to send me a lot of things today, but there's a little bit of work, okay? So I'm gonna show you real quick what the 4 things that we want to do this week, and then we'll talk about all of them. All right, so first we're gonna take a virtual visit to Brighton, okay, and I'll explain why in a second. First, I need to emphasize number 1, you're gonna send an email with all the proper parts, and it is your responsibility, not your parents' responsibility, okay? So I want you guys to write the email to me. Now, how are we gonna do that? I'm gonna show you real quick. When you are on your email, you have to write who are you sending it to. You would write my email. Oops, sorry. So then you will write the subject, and some of you in the subject you write the whole message, and over there you just have to write your name and your last name. Let's use what they use in the United States when they don't want to say their name. John Doe, okay? That will be my name, John Doe from 6C, for example, okay? And then on the body of the message, you're just gonna say hi. Or if you don't want to write, you're feeling kind of tired that day, you can just, say it and have the computer write it for you. Hi, Oscar. This is John Doe, and these are my homeworks for this week. All right. Now, you would just go to your mouse or your trackpad. This is called a trackpad. And then you will select. You will click and hold and move it up. Select, and now you will click on the on the bottom right part of the trackpad, or on the right button on your mouse, and then you're going to get a menu that says copy. Then you go to the email, and again on the right, you click on the right, you will get the message again, and you click on paste. All right, and you have a message there. Now be careful with the punctuation, because one of the bad things about these tools is that they don't include the punctuation, okay? So I would have a period, and I will surely start my sentence with a capital letter, okay? All right. Number 2, send a photograph of your library book. Now, this is the book that I have planned for next week, and it's one of the books that we have in the school library. And you know that in year 6, I gave you books to read every week, and you exchange it with your partners. And because of the situation that we have been through this couple of months past, you guys have the books, but we need those books back at school so that we can use them in the future with other classes. So your parents will get instructions on how to collect materials from school, but you need to start finding your book, send me a photograph of just the book, attach it to your email, so that I know what books has each one of you, because the lists are in class, and if you don't have your book for any reason, let me know, okay? All right, and now let's go to the core of the class. Now this week we were expecting the visit of our friends from St. Paul's School in Brighton in the UK. They were coming this week, and then the week after, actually this Friday, I believe it was this Friday, we were going to Brighton and London and the United Kingdom in general. But we had to cancel, as you know, we had to cancel the trip because we can't travel. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you how we can visit some of the most important attractions and learn a little bit about Brighton, and I'm going to show you how to do it on the different devices, and let's get to it. And there will be a video. There will be, I'm going to show you right now, but there will be on the description of our video, there will be a video with the top 10 things to do in Brighton. Okay, so let's see. Okay, so we're going to explore the different Brighton attractions that I'm going to suggest now, and then you're going to watch the video top 10 things to do in Brighton. Okay, so I'm going to go on the internet, and I'm going to go to Google Maps. Okay, so I'm going to show you real quick. Let's just open a new tab. All right. Okay, so I go to Google, and on those little dots on the top, can you see them? No, you can't see them. There we go. On the top dots, you have different apps, and we're going to go to Maps, okay? Now on Maps, it's going to show you your current location. You can write here Brighton. Here, Brighton, and it's going to show you Brighton, right, on the map. But I would rather like to show it to you how to get there. If you don't know where you're looking for, okay, so you can distance yourself as much as you have the whole world in front of you. Now we're here, and as you can see, Brighton is in the United Kingdom. So I'm going to show you how to do it on your trackpad. On your trackpad, if you want to go near, you put your two fingers there and you separate them, and that's going to bring the image closer. All right. Now, if you want to go real fast, you do it like that. But once you are closer to where you want to go, you want to put two fingers and bring them down. And that's going to go slower, and you have a little bit more control, okay? Now, if you're using a traditional mouse, you can use the roulette, the wheel that's in the middle of the two buttons, okay, to go pan in and pan out, which is what we call to go closer. But you also can use this menu buttons, the zoom, to get closer, okay? All right, so when we get here, I'm going to show you how to do the same thing on a tablet and on a computer, on a cell phone. Now on a tablet, you have to go to the menu, and in the menu you have to find the icon for Maps, which is right there. And apart from that, that's going to be the only difference. You write Brighton there, and it will show you, okay? And the connection is not that good here, out here. And on a, oh boy, and the same on the phone. You have to locate the Maps app, and then you write your destination where you want to visit. And it will take you there, okay? Seems like I don't have connection here. Anyway, So that's how you would do it, okay? We have it there, and the same thing. Just like the trackpad, to go closer, you pinch out. To go farther out, you pinch your fingers together, okay? To separate yourself, to get some distance, and you open them, you separate them to get closer, okay? So let's get back to the compute, all right? So I want to go closer, and then I'm going to show you the major attractions we'll be visiting on our first day in Brighton. Now, if you look down here, sorry, it's getting a little difficult to hold this, get a good quality image and navigate on the computer. But okay, so on the bottom you have satellites. There's different layers that we call capas, okay, and you can apply them to your map, and that way you can see actual aerial pictures or satellite pictures of the real thing, okay? Now I'm going to show you where the hotels are, where we will be staying and where we have stayed for the last, I believe, 7 years. So this is our hotel is right here, okay? I'll show you in a minute. When you're visiting, and around it we have all the major attractions in Brighton. We have the Brighton Pier, okay? I think they changed the name again. I think they call it Millennium Pier now, or I don't know. I don't know what the name is, because they've changed it a couple of times in the last years. Then we have the beach right here. Across the street we have the Sealife Brighton, which is the the aquarium. And this park that we see here, let's see if we go a little closer to it, is where we can find the Royal Pavilion, which is a palace that George IV, a king of England, built for himself for his holidays, and then he liked it so much that he stayed for a long time. I'm sorry, it's not that park, is the next park over, because they're kind of connected, okay? So our hotel is right here. Let's see, let's get a little closer. You see YHA Brighton Hostel, temporarily closed. Everything is closed, okay? But that's the hotel we will be going to, okay? I'm going down a little bit again. Let's go to the aquarium. So if I click on the aquarium, this is what I want you guys to do. I want you to visit some of these places. On the side, you're going to get some information about the different places that you can navigate. It gives you the address, and it gives you also the website of each of the places. So if you visit the Sealife Brighton, you can go on Discover and, you know, read a little bit and find some information about it, okay? The webpage of the Sealife Aquarium is not really that good, but there are other places that have better, where are we? Right here. They have better web pages. So if we want to visit also, for example, the pier rides and the things that we can do if we go on the pier. The pier, as you can see, is a construction that goes into the sea, and it's actually not, I'm not sure if it's floating. I guess it's not. There might be pillars attached to the sea bottom. I guess it's built on the sea bottom. So you have all the different rides here: the turbo coaster, the horror hotel, and you can visit all of them. I'll give you information about it, okay? So if you go to the Brighton Pier rides on the side, you can also visit their website, okay? And they tell you that they're obviously also closed now. But you can have a look at the things that you can do there to plan your visit. You can have a look at the gallery of photograph. You can have, I saw the rides somewhere. So here it gives you all the information about it, about the rides and attractions, where you can eat, and the things that are going on. Like I'm saying, everything is closed right now. The next stop on our trip is going to be, let's pan out a little bit, and let's go into the city. And now we're going into the Royal Pavilion. Okay, remember the aquarium, the pier, our hotel, and right here is the Royal Pavilion. So if we click on the Royal Pavilion, which is also temporarily closed, we can go to the Brighton museums, because there's two museums together. There's the Palace and the Royal Pavilion, and then we have the Royal Pavilion Museum. Okay, I think, well, I opened it over here, Brighton Pier. Right here you have a lot of text. Okay, so on what to see, you can have a look at all the different exhibits, okay, all the different places that you can visit. On the what to see tab, because this is called a tab, visiting is a tab, what to see, what we call pestañas in Spanish. You have different pages, you have different places you can visit, okay. I recommend you to do this visit, this virtual visit, because it has a lot of interesting places, very luxurious, because remember, this was the home of a king. Okay, so you can visit. I love the kitchen, because and you can have a look at the different all the different rooms. But I found a video before. Let me see if I can find it. Right on visiting, if you click on the tab visiting, you have a little, it's like a minute video of the Royal Pavilion, where they explain the restoration they did, because this is a very old building. So they went through a very big transformation some years ago. Okay, but it'll tell you the story of the Royal Pavilion on their website. And the last thing I want you guys to visit is the school we would visit, St. Paul's. So I'm going to write it, St. Paul's Church of England School and Nursery, Brighton. Okay, so that's going to take us, so if I pan out, you're going to see that it's really not far from the hotel. It's just a walk. You see, the hotel will be here, and we'll have to go up this street, and then we'll cut through here, and then we'll just find ourselves. So I want to go there, and if you guys want to see anything closer on street level, you see this little guy right here. If you put your hand right there, it says browse street view images. So now I can take this guy, click and hold, and I can bring it over here, drop him there. He didn't go where I wanted to, so now this is very close, because I need to go, you can navigate here. Okay, so I need to go to the end of the street, and I need to make a right here, and this is the tiny street where St. Paul's is at. So we're going in the opposite direction, because cars are coming this way. Watch out. And a little more. Let's see if it lets it. There we go. Oh, we gotta go back a little bit. Let's turn around. So that's a school. Boy, let's see if I can get right there. There we go. That's the entrance of the school. Okay. I'm not sure if we can see the grounds. Let's see. Let's go back to. Let's get out of the street view to see it from the top. That's not what I wanted to do. So how can I exit? Is it this X? Maybe that X is gonna exit. There we go. So let's get much closer. If you double click on it, okay, so this is the building, this is their this teacher's parking lot, and acts also as the playground. So as you can see, it's a small playground, although they have a little back garden on the school grounds too. And as you can see, it's also closed. Okay, now after we finish exploring all these places, the school that you can visit, and you can visit their website too, although their website takes you to the kind of like it doesn't really take you to their web page, but you can find it if you look for it. But anyway, the next thing I want you to do is to go on YouTube, and you're going to search for top 10 Brighton attractions, and we're going to click on this video, okay, that has a little check on it. All right, I will put on the video description, I will add a link to this video, okay, and here you will be able to watch what are the most important monuments and places to visit in Brighton. As you can see, as always, it's a good idea to get the subtitles, the captions, okay? It's a 5-minute video, almost 6 minutes, about the most important places to visit in Brighton, okay? So, so this Maps app is very useful when you want to find out or learn about something. I imagine that you want to visit New York, or you want to visit Calcutta, or you want to, anything that you're interested in, you can go on Google using Google Maps, and you can see it, and you can actually walk the streets around those buildings, and then through the map you can visit the web pages of those places you're interested in. So it's not only something that is useful for this class, it may be useful to prepare a trip with your family abroad, so in a different country, or in Spain, because this works in Spain too. So I hope you like the class. There's one last thing, okay? So for next week, the plan is to read this book, but because, like I said at the beginning of the video, because we normally tend to do special activities at the end of the year, maybe you would prefer to do something different other than the book. So I'm going to give you an option, okay, that we're all going to take a vote. So in your email, this is what you're going to do. You're going to copy one of these preferences, copy your preference for our next class in your email. I prefer to read a new book and answer questions about it. So that's what, if you chose that, we will be reading Helen of Troy. But if the majority of you prefer to do an activity similar to the one this week about London, we would do that, and I will show you some places and how to navigate around London, and the places that you want to that you can visit there, okay? Now, it's important this week that you try to send it to me before next Saturday. Now, why is that? Well, it is because by next Saturday, I would like to have the votes, because I need to prepare the class for next Sunday, because the class has to be prepared on Sunday, even if you guys have the class on Thursday or Friday. So those are the things that you have to do, okay? Remember, number one, send your email with the subject, which is going to be your name in class, and then say, hi, these are my exercises. You attach the photograph of the book that you have, and then you copy your options if you prefer to read this book next week, or you prefer to make a virtual visit around London, and just try to send it by before Sunday. So I will have a look at all the emails on Saturday, but whatever I get on on Sunday, I may not be able to count that, okay? And that's it. That's what you have to send me. So really your work this week is to explore around Brighton, to watch the video, and to visit the different web pages. Now, after you watch the video that I suggest, you're going to see more interesting places that we can visit in Brighton, like the lanes, like the North Lanes, like the British Airways I-360, and other places, the Brighton Marina, that we normally, some of them we visit when we go to Brighton, and others we can't. And don't be too depressed about it, that we can't go. You know, things happen, and what's really important now is, you know, all the things. So, first things first, that we say in English, right? Lo primero, first things first. And right now, the first thing is to be healthy and to be safe, okay? So I hope you're staying safe. I'm looking forward to your emails. Let me know if you prefer the book or the virtual visit next week. And don't forget to send me a photograph of your book, okay? Look for it if you haven't, because you know you had it at home for more than 2 months, so it might not be easy to find it, but look for it. Send me a picture of the book, and you have a good week, okay? And I will see you next week. Bye, guys.